If you spend any time in a veterinary office, these are sounds you'll undoubtedly hear. Sanjay Kapil is a board-certified virologist. He spends most of his time studying the effect of viruses on dogs, specifically the parvovirus.
When lots of animals or people die, it's either a toxin or a virus.
Dr. Steve Weir is a veterinarian at Catoosa Small Animal Hospital. He's been in practice for 35 years and was around when the parvovirus first started appearing in dogs.
And parvo, I think, started up in dogs in about 78. And back at that time, there was no parvovirus vaccine. We actually vaccinated dogs with feline panleukopenia vaccine, which is a cat disease that is caused by a parvovirus, hoping that the cat parvovirus would give some cross immunity to the dogs.
To some animal owners like Jamie Eastep, a junior zoology major at OSU, vaccinating seems like common knowledge.
If you're a dog owner, you should know that you need to vaccinate your dogs.
However, a lot of people don't understand the risk of not vaccinating correctly, especially at an early age.
In a properly vaccinated animal, the infection rate for parvo is infinitesimally small, almost never.
When asked about alternative ways of vaccinating, he sees some challenges that would need to be addressed before implementing them into his practice.
For instance, there's intranasal vaccines now for some of the diseases. The problem with those are some animals, it's hard to get something in their nose. If you got a crazy mean cat trying to eat you and trying to squirt something down that cat's nose can be a little bit of an issue. Same thing with dogs, So there are a lot of vaccines in the, that wouldn't be a bad thing. And I think what it comes down to is if it works and is effective, that would be okay. However, right now we use vaccines that have, for instance, that when you give a dog a distemper vaccine, it's got distemper, parvo, adenovirus type 2, which is hepatitis and a respiratory bug. It's got parainfluenza, all mixed together, okay? And so what it'll come down to is this. For me as a practitioner, the practicality, if he had a vaccine that would do all of those diseases that I want to vaccinate for, that would be great. But if I'm going to have to stick them for half of them anyway, it doesn't bother me just to use a vaccine that's got it all together. You see, the other thing that I would like him to be able to do if something like that is we know now that we do rabies and distemper and parvo every 3 years once they're adults. He'll have to do some good research to show that the oral form provides a 3-year duration of immunity as well. Basic research is one of the keys of all things.
Rachel Rich, O State TV.